navigate through this wild, crazy, beautiful world. Yeah, bam. If it's your first time checking out the show, let me know what city, what state you're coming in from. If you're outside of the U.S., let me know what country you represent. Throw up your flag. Throw up your flag. Flag. Frag. When I say frag. Anyway, fam. Um, yeah, if it's your first time checking out the show, let me know what city, what state you're coming in from. If you're outside of the U.S., let me know what country you represent. Um, I'm going to give a few shots out first and then I'm going in. But in the meantime, and in between time, let me pull this thing up right quick. Here we go. What's up, James? I see you. What's up? What's up? Tequila. What's up? Okay, fam, I'm going to get into it. I'm not going to hold y'all long on this one. Just like church, I ain't going to hold you long on this one. Safi, what's up, Safi Ali? Not going to hold you long on this one, but I am going to get into this report real quickly. So Glorilla was arrested for drug possession. Her attorney is ripping this whole arrest, saying that Glorilla was the victim. She's not a suspect, she's a victim. She was being arrested in Georgia for felony drug possession earlier today, and her legal team is calling the charges a total outrage of justice. They say that Glorilla wasn't even home. Glorilla's house was broken into over the weekend. This is the backstory, y'all. Glorilla's house was broken into over the weekend. By the time cops arrived, the suspects were gone. But investigators say they encountered weed in their search for the burglars, and the rapper was then charged with felony drug possession. Felony drug possession for weed? Interesting. Forsyth County Sheriff's Office said that the deputies responded to a report of a burglary in progress Saturday around 1:30 a.m. at a residence in the Atlanta suburbs. The sheriff's office says 3 suspects entered the house when an armed occupant fired at the intruders. Glorilla was not home at the time of the burglary, the sheriff's office said. The 3 suspects fled. No injuries have been reported in the incident. The sheriff's office said Glo's attorneys say jewelry was stolen. Deputies executed a search of the area with K9 teams and a drone unit. Detectives also responded to the scene, and deputies reportedly detected a strong odor consistent with the illegal narcotics, according to the sheriff's office. A drug task force was summoned, and a search warrant was secured for the house. A significant amount of marijuana was discovered in plain view in the closet of the master bedroom, deputies said. Glorilla was later charged with felony possession of marijuana and possession of Schedule I controlled substance. She turned herself in voluntarily at the Forsyth County Jail on Tuesday and was released the same day on bail of $22,260. Attorneys for Glo, Marissa Goldberg and Drew Findling, this guy is pretty active. This Findling dude of the Findling law firm said that the arrest of Gloria Woods, is a disturbing window into how warped law enforcement priorities have become. Ms. Woods was out of town when her residence became a target for a group of home invaders who most likely knew she wasn't there. What they didn't know was she had family staying with her that were traumatized by the violent entrance of this group, who grabbed high-value jewelry before taking off once they realized the home wasn't vacant. Findling law firm adds, when her family members did the right thing and called law enforcement instead of investigating the violent home invasion and theft at Mrs. Woods' home, they instead sought a search warrant when they spotted what they believed was a small amount of marijuana. Law enforcement then sought arrest warrants for her, even though she hadn't been at the home for some time. No arrest warrants have been issued for the violent home invaders. Miss Woods is a victim, not a suspect. This is our tax dollars at work. Absolutely unbelievable. I ain't got no problem with that. Salute to the Findling Law Firm. That is beautifully stated, man. This is a waste of tax dollars. And we're talking about some weed. She wasn't even home at the time of the burglary. Her family is traumatized. They have to fend off the intruders. Instead of the police coming there trying to find the intruders, they looking around the house for a reason to arrest somebody. That's what they do. This happens happens way too often. This happens way too often. You call the police to your house for help. They come to your house and they treat you like you're the suspect. This is why you should not call the police unless it is absolutely necessary. In this situation, I guess this is a home burglary. I guess that this was necessary to call them, but it's a damn shame that when you do call them, they come there with the intention on treating the caller like they're the suspect. It's almost like they're mad because you're inconveniencing them. Like, hey, you know what you calling us for? Let's look around and see if we can find something. Yeah, man, that's what they doing. They looking around. They supposed to have their silly asses in the living room talking to the people. You're not supposed to go past that living room. Did you run them off? Yeah, they ran out the door. Okay, cool. Take your silly ass statement and get your silly ass out of them people's house. Nah, they want to go around. You know what I think, fam? I think they be looking for stuff to steal. That's what it, because, you know, we've seen that many, many times. We've seen the police steal. We've seen the police go to people's house and steal. That's what they be doing, especially if they go to your house and they think you got some valuables in there. They think you got some money stashed, some Rolex watches or some Petit Pilot. They think you got anything in there of value. Even some weed and cocaine or whatever. A lot of times they in there trying to steal. That's why they be looking around, trying to steal. If they ain't trying to steal, they trying to put a case on you, man. They trying to put a case on you. Instead of them looking for the suspects, then the suspects are long gone. I can guarantee you they haven't devoted any resources into trying to find out who actually robbed her. I can guarantee you they haven't used any resources to try to find out who burglarized her house. Another case of wasted resources. As if there haven't been enough resources wasted. It just appears to me, fam, like most of the time when the police interact with people, it's because the police are looking for something. They're accosting people. They're bothering people. I get it. Yeah, every now and then there are real crimes that happen. Well, not every now and then, but there are real crimes that happen. Let me see you run out there and go arrest the bad guy. This would have been a much better story if they had said, and the police caught up with 3 bad guys and they arrested them, not the damn homeowner. But that's too much like right. Way too much like right. But what say you, fam? Drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. No more talk.